These are my notes for February 2nd, 2021, and I really want to talk about just becoming the animal that you are within your business, to be the business owner that you need to become to create this successful business. Now, don't get me wrong, it's going to take between 3 and 5 years. That's what people say, and I'm living in it, okay? And I can assure you, no matter how much I think my systems are up to crack and I'm winning at things, there are just certain things that still need to be developed. I'm okay with that. And I want you guys to be okay with that as well, because this is literally float or swim territory. There's no sinking in this unless you are absolutely out of the game. And there's no getting out of this swimming pool, or actually I'm going to call it this river, because you have two options: float or swim. Are you going to let whatever wind comes, whatever current comes, to guide you on your journey? And sometimes that's okay, but to swim, to say, I'm not going to just sit here and let other outside forces dictate where I'm going to go, because outside of where you need to be, there are going to be journeys that you have to go through. There are waterfalls that you're going to have to make some big decisions at, whether, you know, you sit there trying to hold on for dear life, or you go all in and you learn how to surf the waterfalls to make it to the next level. And I know this is gibberish to a lot of new business owners, but I'm just saying, guys, it comes a time where every morning you have to wake up and make big decisions. And even though you think those are vast decisions, which some of them could be, but the fact of the matter is, all of those decisions bring you to one big waterfall or one big decision in your business that will change your landscape, that will change the way that you move. So I say that to say this: there are certain things you have to do in your business to give you an edge, to swim every single day when you wake up. Um, Part of my decision, especially being a Black business owner, for those of you who do not know, I do marketing and PR, but right now I'm really in the landscape of celebrity gifting. And that came off of a decision because I had to swim, right? I didn't want to float anymore. I had to make the decision to actively move. And a big piece of that is understanding that a lot of people underestimated me because I'm a Black business owner and because I'm not as experienced. So it's kind of it, I have the trilogy of why not work with me. You know, I'm a Black business owner, which screams inexperience in itself. Then I don't have 3 to 5 years of being in this particular business. And then on top of that, I'm a woman owned business. So again, when you want to work with big brands, that just screams like that's risky to them. You know, I I want to say that it's not always the case, but many of the times it is. And so I had to give myself an edge. And part of that edge is becoming an SBA certified 8A business. And if for you guys who do not know what that is it's a certification that the SBA, the Small Business Association, gives to business owners to identify if they're minority owned or um, a specific gender owned business. And I'm going to be honest. I want to talk about this in maybe a later date, but this is like a badge of honor that I wear, because it's hard gaining business as a new Black woman owned business. It's difficult. And being so new into this scene, it's almost frustrating when you start talking um, contracts and trying to win big business because they don't want to deal with you. There's no incentive to deal with you. So that was my float or swim back in 2020. And really, 2019 is when I became 8A certified. But 2020 is when I took advantage of it. Last year in 2020, I took advantage of saying, I want to work with celebrities in some capacity just because the money's there. And, people want their products there. So all I had to do to swim was put two and two together and say, well, I work with small businesses and they want their product to celebrities. So let me make the connections. That was swimming. Okay, every single day that you wake up in your business, you need to learn how to swim. Because if you do not learn how to swim, you will just float. And if you float for long enough, you forget. You forget that you're in the game. You forget and end up sinking. And you'll blame everything else for the circumstances of why your business isn't working, except for the fact that you did not make a decision to move your arms and your legs to get moving to another area of the river to see if it's a good spot to start looking for that waterfall. You know, you you really got to think about it. You control your destiny in your business. And if you're not moving, how can you expect anyone else to move with you? That's just what it is.